What is up, guys? Welcome back to the second episode of CHRIS SAWYERS LOCOMOTION. I'm just going to get started straight away and I'll talk to you while I move. So basically, the second episode was meant to have came out ages ago, but for some reason, and I'm still not sure why, it flat out just didn't record and has kind of screwed me over quite badly. So with that in mind, we are kind of having to bloody plane, scared the life out of me. Sort of just work from here. Let's get rid of this as well. Basically, I want to put a train station here, which I think will be good because I reckon that that's our next phase. So let's get that going and then start to make a way towards either Milton Keynes or London. So while I do that, if we just pause the game because there's a lot of stuff going on. So we're now not the only people on the map. I think I suggested that at the end of the first episode. It won't be long till there be competitors. There's a lot coming in. These have only just started, so they've not got anything. But these are starting to catch up a little bit to us. But I'm not too worried yet. But what we did in episode 2 is we created this tram line, which you can see, and a second wheat train, which now goes from Gloucester to Birmingham, which means that we basically got one from Oxford to Birmingham and the aforementioned Gloucester to Birmingham. So a lot of wheat coming into this brewery, which will be good. And yeah, the tram, which I've just said, and we're going to connect the tram to the station, which is going to head towards Milton Keynes, most likely, and then probably London. I think that Milton Keynes, if we can stop at Milton Keynes, we'll stop at Milton Keynes. So let's just get the game started again. And let's get ready to rumble. I reckon maybe down here and then here is the ultimate shout for a Milton Keynes station. Sort of right there, right next to it. So looks pretty good. Now London is the next shout. So let's get that started with a simple little curve here and here. And we've ran out of money. Guess we're going to have to get ready with a loan. Because I kind of want to also, something else I want to start doing is start to secure a tram line sort of around here. How do we fit it in? Probably if we end here and start to build some form of a tram line. Obviously, we're going to wait till we've actually got something going. And we don't want to bankrupt ourselves, but yeah, hopefully this is the shout. I'm aware that there's probably going to be a lot more people coming in around here very, very soon. So we are going to be very careful. Now, we're actually getting a solid bit of money from our trains, which is always good. I reckon that maybe not that, maybe one more and then I think that fits almost perfectly. And obviously being on a bridge is not ideal because it's going to cost a little more money, but hopefully it should pay off. I reckon that is probably the way to go. Do a one which connects with actual London. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll do 8 just in case. So ignore London Central, it doesn't exist. And then we're going to have an equivalent in Coventry, which is going to link with that tram station. So we're going to have sort of something going on, 2 tram lines at the end of each. We've ran out of money again, but we shouldn't worry too much because we'll probably get a train come in a minute, which will give us another £1,000 or so. Okay, that looks pretty good. It'll probably be a bit too big anyway, because I reckon we might be best with an EMU, actually. Should we think the viability of a Milton Keynes station? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll do 7 for Milton Keynes. I reckon that we might be good if we get an electric rail, because I've kind of got a feeling that it might be better off getting an EMU, because they're quite good. £7,000, a little bit more than the steam trains, but obviously you've got the train and the carriage all in one, so it will wind up being a bit cheaper. 877. So that should be everything. So I think we're good to actually put something in now. We've got the train to buy, so we do need to just sit and wait and get 7 grand or increase the loan again. Now I don't want to increase the loan again because that 30 grand 10% interest kind of sucks. We're losing quite a bit on the interest at the moment, which is never great, so we kind of need to just sit around and wait till we get to around 7 grand. More would be ideal, but hopefully it shouldn't take too long. You can hear the sort of dulcet tones of the trains going back and forth. We're not too far off. Another load and we're good. 8 grand, perfect. Let's get that train, which we've just stated we're going to do. Get that, and then let's get it on a route of Cov Central to MK, Milton Keynes to London. I think that's a very good start for a train. Hopefully that should be the thing which makes us some money. So let's put the train somewhere near Coventry here, and let's give it the green flag to start moving. Now while that moves, we're going to think about the tram network. Now London is pretty big, obviously, capital city. I think I made the joke at the end of the first episode that it's the only one which you Americans will be aware of, which I think is for the most part pretty true. So we could probably even do Chelmsford, to be honest. We could probably connect it to the centre of Chelmsford. That might be quite an appealing idea, to be honest. I'll go for that. Go through the wilderness, and then I reckon probably turn around about here. I've got a vision in my mind. We are going to run out of money though. Let's have a turn here. 1, 2. We annoyingly can't afford the turnaround thing, which is never great. Perfect. Now trams won't be too expensive, but we can actually probably start thinking a bit more about where we're going to put the stations. So I reckon a singular one for Chelmsford is the shout. So this is just before, we'll put it there actually, that's dead centre. Chelmsford, no point putting another station in Chelmsford, I reckon. And then maybe, that doesn't work. Should we serve like here? London Lakeside, then London is there, so it's probably London Central. I think that's good. There's quite a solid amount of stops there. Maybe we could even do a route which goes this way, although that's for a later date. Hopefully when we start to see London expand. How is our new train doing? 4 trains, 28 right now, but I'm not too worried because, well, it's only just started. How many people are on it at the moment? That's not the one I need. 2 passengers, so it's going to be early doors. How much? We got 8 passengers in London, so hopefully all 3 stations will start to grow a bit and make some money. And hopefully make this train a bit more worthwhile. How is our trams doing? We got 1 tram. We might put another in the Coventry system, but I reckon that's for another time. Let's get a tram again. I thought we were richer than we are. We can afford it though. Place it there and then get it to do this route of London to London Central, Lakeside and Chelmsford. It's basically either a tram or a bus to do this route because they're so close together. You might as well just do it. So let's get that going. And yeah, I mean Brighton's not far. Maybe a Brighton to London tram. Obviously in the real world that makes 0 sense, but hopefully this tram can start getting some traction. 17 people in London Central, 5 in Lakeside. I would have hoped that Chelmsford would get a solid amount of people. 8? I mean, that's good. Are we getting a bit more money on the train now? I don't want to build another train, please. We've not got the money just yet. 50, so we're getting up a little bit gradually. Hopefully this train will gradually become more worth it over time, because I can't afford to lose on an investment like this, basically. We are up to 5 grand though. It's because those 2 industrial trains are making us £1 grand a month, I think. I think that's what it says. what are we like with company value, some of these stats. I mean, company's list is the one to do, isn't it? So we're at the top. We've got company performance at the highest. We're delivering the most. We're quite close to these guys, but we're still with distance and units of cargo. Company values, we're the highest, and that's just nothing that really affects us, apart from the fact that we need to know that passengers looks like this, so you want to transport people fairly quickly to get the most money, and obviously it matters a bit more, or changes a bit with how you do business, basically, is the way it will affect everything. Now, I want to build a HQ. This doesn't really matter, it doesn't mean anything really, but I feel that we should make advantage of living here and having a good time, basically. Now, I'm thinking maybe here would be good, and then we can make our own little road over. You don't have to do this. In fact, I recommend that you don't waste your time with something like this, but we will do it because this is the sort of thing we do as Crimson Transport. We waste money, which don't tell our investors that. And that looks good. Hopefully that will build on up. Let's check how the map is looking, because I'm aware that there is some stuff going on up here. Jeez. Yeah, Stafford was to Stafford. That will be hopeful. Well, not hopefully. I don't want these people to do well at all. I pray on their downfall every night. We could definitely... I think it might be worthwhile. Just as it means that we can get a couple new routes going. If we get a tram which goes in like this, do you reckon 1 to here would be better, going from Chelmsford or the station? I mean, we could probably do that actually. We'll do this. This is an alternate route if you want to go this way. And then we'll turn around. You probably don't have to do this, and it's probably not advised to do it, but I kind of want to like monopolize London, because there's barely anywhere which these people can go now. Let's go with a tram here, London South, and we can start looking into the idea behind maybe doing something there. We could even make a little line up here, but that's something to think about maybe next episode, because I feel we have done a successful amount actually. I'm pretty happy with it, and we are in a decent financial position, to be honest, which probably does mean that we can take down the loan. We'll go to 19 grand. We're in a much better position as a result. Don't have to worry as much about the loan. We're obviously going to have to wait for money to flow back in, but we've got 3,000, almost 4,000 per month profit from vehicles, so hopefully that will only continue to go up, and we'll be in a much better spot the longer we go on. But yeah, that is enough from episode 2 of Chris Sawyer's Locomotion. Thank you for the support on episode 1. I hope you enjoy this one just as much, and episode 3 will be with you very, very soon. I've been CrimsonCX, and goodbye.